that they intake more than they output, economically speaking, as a provider. No, it's not going to be the fault of the kid. So I
Yeah, we would
definitely
like
agree
never
with you.
use that as an economic argument against them. Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Parker don't disagree, chat. I see a lot of people saying Dean versus Parker. The conclusion of the discussion was that Dean is right and Parker is right because although asylum seekers during the first 6 to 12 months of residency do take more from the government than they give to the government, to place the culpability or fault on the asylum seeker is irrational and baseless. Anyways, hello, new guests. Did you vote for Trump?
Remember,
Yes,
that's
I
so
did.
real.
Yes, I did.
And why is that?
Because I think that Trump is a perfect example of the American dream and also what he's been doing from his first term. I mean, honestly, all the way back from during his business days, going all the way into his presidency. Like I've been following him for a very long time, back when I was in fifth grade, and I know I'm kind of like a big MAGA supporter, and that's fine by me. And I think that the biggest thing that people need to realize about Trump is he's not a perfect person. He's going
Bro,
to do things
cringe.
that,
You're like me if I never grew up. Cringe.
dude, I'm literally your same age. Like, if you
I
can
know, because you told me that you were
you
like a
let a
big fan
person
of Trump
finish speaking a
since like.
point before you interrupt them?
You're right. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dean, stop being so fucking rude. Oh my
No, yeah,
god.
that was
No,
bad.
it's just like
That was a
if you
bad
want a
one.
person to talk, if you want a person to answer your question, you got to let the question be answered in
No,
full.
I know that was a bad interruption. Take it away.
Okay, so, and again, I know you are definitely more smarter than me in a lot of different aspects. Maybe we're going to disagree on politics, but you obviously you are a very well educated person. You know your stuff. So going back to what I was saying.
More smarter, yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. What's the point of that? Seriously, like, dude, I'm just trying to have a conversation.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that was pretty mean, Parker.
what I'm trying to say is this: Trump is not a perfect person, and I don't think he's a perfect person. However, what he's been doing with his policies from his first term, I thought a lot of his policies during his first term were okay. I couldn't vote during his first term, so that's whatever and stuff. I wanted to vote in 2020. I was 1 year off. Was really, really getting excited for the 2024 election and everything that happened. And I did, before I voted, I educated myself on all of his policies, all of his plans. And I would say that we're actually seeing a lot of his promises play out in real time. And I would say, again, not everything he's doing I agree with, but I would say for the majority, a lot of the stuff that he is doing, I will agree with. And I'm assuming that you're going to ask me the next question: what is it exactly that I agree with him on? I would say him trying to get us out, and I know this might be a trigger point. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but trying to get us pulled out of a lot of the wars that's going on in the world right now. I think that the Israel and Gaza situation is a crazy situation. I think the Ukrainian and Russia war is a very crazy situation. I'm not saying in a crazy way where it's like, they're crazy people and stuff. I'm just saying, like, it's a situation that's going to,
I have a great idea. Why doesn't the U.S. go and take over Ukraine?
they shouldn't do that
Why not?
because, I mean, that's Ukraine. That's Ukraine.
Then Russia's not going to invade.
That's not our place though,
Why not?
because that's
It's
Ukraine's.
gonna say we're pro peace, bro.
I've
We're
actually.
pro
We're
peace.
pro peace, but we are pro peace. But
Wait,
if we,
I have a question. No, seriously.
Okay.
Would you still support Trump if you did want to take over Ukraine?
if you're talking about statements that he's made in the past, whether it's like the trolling with like the Kane stuff or just like the Gaza's types,
No, like hypothetically, if Donald Trump wanted to move in and like take over Ukraine and kick all the Ukrainians out, to in the war and whatnot, would you still support the guy?
if you're talking about Gaza and you're making a
I'm not
coalition.
talking about Gaza. I'm talking about
Okay,
Ukraine.
I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Well, what the fuck does Gaza have to do with my question? I'm asking you about Ukraine once again.
Because he really,
No.
You didn't
Sir,
even finish.
I'm talking about Ukraine. Now answer
I
my
know.
question about Ukraine.
I'm trying
If
to,
Donald
man.
Trump, no, because the first word you said was Gaza. I'm not talking
No,
about Gaza. I'm talking
I
about
know.
Ukraine. Okay, so if Donald Trump wanted to go into Ukraine and kick all the Ukrainians out, I don't know, build a Riviera, and the war, no more Ukrainians are dying because they're forcefully, displaced, and they get no right to return. Would you still
I know
support the
exactly
guy?
what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing. And if he came out and said, "Listen, the United States is going to make Ukraine a territory with no negotiations, no sort of diplomatic result to make that happen. All the Ukrainians do not want it, and they want us to have another war over it. I would say, no, I do not support that. I
No,
may
no.
support
Would you
the
still
president.
support him if he ethnically cleansed all
I know
1.4
the
million
exact words
Ukrainians?
you're using because you're trying to do a thing where you switch it, but I'm not going to go
Would you
down
still?
that route.
So if you're refusing to answer my question, you've lost the debate.
I never answered the question. If you want
You
to
said
ask,
that you're not willing to go down that route. Would you still support the
if he
president if he
forced-
ethnically
if he-
cleansed 1.4
if
million
he,
Ukrainians?
if he forcefully, without any good reason, without any people supporting this situation, said, basically did like an Adolf Hitler, where I'm going to, annex all of Western Germany, sure. But that's not what he's saying.
Okay,
He's
so I just want to clarify: you would not support the president if he ethnically cleansed 1.4 million
I
Ukrainians.
know what you're doing. You're trying to get me in a gotcha moment for
Well, I
the
don't know
YouTube
what you're
clips.
doing because you're not answering my question. Would you still support the president if he ethnically cleansed 1.4 million Ukrainians?
Because words matter, Parker. No, Parker Dean.
And I'm making my words clear.
Okay, chill out. Listen.
I'll
It's
only
fine.
chill once you answer the question. Would you still
I'm
support the
trying to
president
answer
if he
the
ethnically cleansed 1.4 million Ukrainians?
Without a diplomatic or any negotiation, no, I would not.
Okay, so
If he just invaded a country if he invaded land that is not owned by another country, and that country said, yes, go in and do what you need to do, and with no negotiation, if you're basically saying if he was to go start a war for no reason, just to get land.
no, that's not what I'm saying. What I said was, would you still support the
Panama,
president
Greenland.
if he ethnically cleansed 1.4 million
Gaza.
Ukrainians? I don't want you to add any words to my question. I don't want you to add anything I didn't say to what I am saying. I just want you to respond to my question. Would you still support the president if he ethnically cleansed 1.4 million Ukrainians?
In that situation, words matter. You can't.
Dude, words matter. I'm not gonna answer the question, dude. I can't
No,
answer
I'm
this
not
question,
saying-
man. I know it's gonna make me look bad, dude. I can't answer it.
That's not what
Please
I'm
stop,
saying.
Dean.
Dude, why can't you
Please.
have an adult conversation? Words matter, and I'm not saying
Dude, you're the one not having an adult conversation by
No,
not answering
words
the
matter.
question.
I can say I'm gonna go kill somebody, but if I don't actually,
Dude, what
just
is this
listen to me.
guy saying?
Listen to me. What I'm trying to say.
Okay. Would you still support Donald Trump if he ethnically cleansed 1.4 million Ukrainians?
That's not a broad enough sentence for what you're asking.
What? Wait! I'm so sorry. You're unsure? You need more context to ethnic cleansing?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. By the way, I did look up earlier what you're talking about. I can't find any article where he actually
Would
said
you
the words
still
ethnic cleansing.
support Donald Trump if he ethnically cleansed 1.4 million Ukrainians, sir?
In a tyrannical way with no negotiations, sure.
Oh, so if he didn't do it in a tyrannical, I don't know how you can ethnically
Okay.
cleanse people in a
I think
non-tyrannical way.
Apparently, ethnic cleansing can be peaceful, according to this
No,
guy.
I don't.
Now,
what do you
next
mean
question.
by
Now we're
words?
getting somewhere, bud.
I'm
We're
saying,
getting
what
somewhere.
words are you
We
saying?
are.
What?
We are really getting somewhere, sir. So you answer that no. Okay. Would you still support Donald J. Trump if he ethnically cleansed 1.4 million Palestinians?
In a tyrannical way, no, definitely not.
Donald Trump wants to ethnically cleanse 1.4 million Palestinians.
Listen, I'm not trying to do and this is why I said when we were doing the whole Ukraine thing, and you said, and I said, I know what you're going to do, and you're like, don't put words in my mouth. I knew this is what you're going to do. So here's the thing: I looked up earlier on what's it called, Google, and I've seen hundreds of articles by The Guardian, Reuters, all talking about this. Which, by the way, I think her name was Tia or whatever, Tian or whatever her name was. She was talking about California water pumps that he turned
Get to
on.
the point.
That was on Reuters. But you're right. Going back to my point, I've looked on The Guardian, I've looked on Reuters, I've looked on Fox, I've looked on CNN, I've looked on every single possible way. Everybody has that sort of ethnic cleansing sort of news headline, but I've never once seen any footage or any exact direct quote of him saying it.
Yeah, did Hitler
What?
ever call the Holocaust a genocide?
Wait, I mean,
No, please. Did Hitler ever call the Holocaust a genocide?
I do not know. Off the top of my head, no, I do not.
Was the Holocaust a genocide?
Yes.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, I think someone once said, I mean, by definition, no, but that does not disturb the fact that it is. I mean, what he did was beyond terrible, and he was like the worst human to ever exist.
So in other words, Hitler doesn't have to call the Holocaust a genocide for it to be a genocide because it fits the definition.
That's not that. Well, it wasn't in his early years in rise of power. He was trying to make it more like the Jewish people, like taking over Germany and like a what's it called
Are we
taking
talking to a
wealth.
Nazi?
No, and I don't know why you even would say that. I know you're trying to
Was
get like the clickbait. I'm not a Nazi at all. I'm not a Nazi at all. I'm actually wearing right now a knockoff.
definitionally speaking, was a Holocaust a genocide?
Yes, I would say so. Yes, I've heard people say online and stuff, not like YouTubers or whatever. I've heard people like when they're debating about stuff that happened during World War II and stuff. I heard people say that I guess like the definition isn't or whatever. I don't know. I would say yes.
I've heard people say that the Earth is flat.
I never said the Earth was flat.
Oh my god, dude! Dude, he has like 2 brain cells.
No,
They
you
just
don't got.
click-clacking.
This is why people.
I'm
get
sorry.
so
Stop!
turned off
Stop!
on the
Stop
left.
trying to.
This is why people
No,
get so turned off
I'm
the
not
left.
even trying to be rude, dude.
You are, though.
It's
You're
just
being a
true.
complete jerk,
I
dude,
don't.
honestly.
What am I supposed to say, dude? I'm
don't even
serious,
know what I
dude.
wanna say.
I actually don't even know what I'm supposed to say. Like, dude? Am I supposed to not acknowledge reality? Am I supposed to sit here and lie to you?
Lie to me about what?
Is that nicer to you? Dude, I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. No, listen, I try to. I'm not. Made fun of you guys. I've not called you guys names because not only is this your podcast / live, but also I'm trying to respect you guys in good faith. You have to pick at me. You have to try to get. You have to try to get the frickin' argument. Say, are you a Nazi? I'm not a Nazi, I'm a
Bro,
frickin'
yeah,
human being.
dude, I'm so sorry. You were like saying shit like, well,
No, I
somebody.
wasn't.
No, listen.
God.
You're
Yeah,
like,
here we go.
well, somebody told me according to the definition. No,
That's not what I was saying. Dean, that's
I
not what I was
quoted
saying.
you. I just quoted you.
That's not what I was saying.
just
You're
took
taking it out of context, Dean, so you can get the thing. What I was saying was I have watched many.
Listen, you clarified it for us.
No,
you
but you
think
gotta
the
keep saying it,
Holocaust was a genocide. Thank you
Yes.
for clarifying that for us.
And
That's
don't
all
say
I
again,
wanted
not
from
to be
you.
on a
But I
massive
want to
live
clarify, if you
tried to
didn't
kill
think the
Andy
Holocaust
Hayden
was a
stuff?
genocide, you would be a Nazi. And when you said that, well, somebody told me according to the definition
not
it's
what I
not,
was saying, for
that
God's sake.
made me, ask you the fair question. Do you praise Hitler?
I hate Hitler. Hitler was a terrible person. I don't have it on me right now, but I literally bought a freaking white shirt that's like what's it called, a parody of the Kanye shirt, where it's like a black Jewish star to represent Jewish people. I support Judaism. I support the people, and I think what happened with the Holocaust was terrible, an abomination on the human culture. And I think when I'm telling you, when you said the Holocaust is genocide, I said I don't know. I said I would say yes. I am not a dictionary. I don't know the exact term of genocide. So don't get mad at me when you don't have to freaking make this is why here's the thing. This is why people get so turned off by the left. I really hope that after Trump's term, the left can bring up somebody who can, be understanding and not be, so attacking to other people. And I would say the same for the Republicans.
Corinthian, you have to think of like ideologies and beliefs outside of the context of people in order to evaluate an ideology accurately. If you're
Yes.
evaluating a belief system on the basis of like someone you interacted with that has that belief system, well then you are fundamentally misunderstanding why beliefs should or how you should evaluate beliefs. Does that make sense?
Yes, but here's the thing. The difference is this. You guys support a different political candidate than me, and I support a different political candidate than you. The thing that and again, I'm not saying Republicans do this, because I know hundreds of people on MAGA and in Republicans who attack Democrats ruthlessly and do things, in my opinion, that turn off people from the left in order to, sort of get them to see their perspective. I'm not denying that. I would, though, say, on the average whole, a lot of people who are either debating or talking to conservatives tend to do, whether it's subconsciously or consciously, a bit of a belittling. I'm a human being. I have a different subjective experience. Sure, we may have, objective things that are 100% true that we both agree and stuff, but there's also going to be an underlying existence
Hey,
of
hey man, I'm not gonna lie. If I was in a slightly worse mood, I'd like start crashing out on you because you're really annoying me. You know that? You're annoying the fuck out of me.
So,
do you know?
Here.
Wow.
Let's go into this, and I think it might be productive with him.
Well,
Why do you gotta say
It's
that to
fine.
me?
It's
I'm
fine.
trying to.
It's fine.
I don't understand that. What you're gonna crack? I'm just. Have I once made fun of you on this thing? Have I once made fun of you?
Listen,
You
the,
don't have to do that to be annoying.
the reason
I could say the
reason
same thing
you're
about you. You guys interrupt people all night.
the
when
reason
they
the
wait
reason
hours to talk
the
to you.
reason that you're annoying me is because my question, are you a Nazi, was very fair in the context that you said, according to some people, definitionally speaking, the Holocaust was not a genocide. Okay? You then clarified that you do think the Holocaust was a genocide. At that point, we could have continued on in our debate. But instead, you've decided to spend the last 10 minutes.
Because you attacked me on a live stream with over 8,000 people.
Don't worry, I have 1,600 people on.
Okay.
How many do you have people on YouTube?
Right now, I have 1,700 as well, so we're actually closer
Yeah,
to
so-
12,000.
Sorry, well, on my end,
Like,
it says
okay,
8.2K.
okay. So, like, should we not question people that imply they might think the Holocaust wasn't a genocide by
That's not what
asking
I
them if they're a
said.
Nazi?
That's not what I said. I said I've seen World War II documentaries that are done by legit sources like National Geographic, not the History Channel or whatever, and they have there were people who have brought the actual literal definition because it's like a number of people or whatever. I don't know. That's why I said I don't know. I didn't say not.
Wait, I didn't attack you because I didn't call you Nazi. I asked you if you were
You said,
one.
"Are you a Nazi?" In a very
Yeah.
"Are
Yes,
you a Nazi?"
I asked you if you were a Nazi.
You didn't. If you asked it how you're saying it right now, I would have not been, so I guess you would say triggered or whatever. But you said it in a very loud way towards me, trying to get the sort of clickbait response.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
"You're not."
precisely. So, see, here's the thing. Because now you think that the tone of my voice made implications about the intention behind my statement, and you think that you're justified in doing so. But yet, you stating that some people definitionally don't think the Holocaust was a genocide could never make the implication that you don't think it's a genocide. So
I do not think that-
how come you are justified in interpreting implications predicated on the tone of my voice, but I'm not justified in interpreting implications based upon the words you say, and then not making an accusation, but
Because
merely asking you a question?
Because I was
Like,
trying to.
all I did, I interpreted the words you said, which led me to a question. And now you're so mad that you're interpreting the tone of my voice, leading you to an accusation, which is worse than what I did. So, in other words, every single thing that you're accusing me of right now could just be bounced back right on yourself.
No, I'm saying it's a difference. When you were asking me, is the Holocaust a genocide? I basically said, I don't know. I would say so. And then you went down. You said
Well,
You don't
that
know?
is some Nazi shit right there.
no, that's not.
Yes,
not what I-
it
Wait, what?
fucking is.
That's not what it is at all.
Dude,
That's not
wait,
what it
no,
is at
no,
all.
no, 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 no. You don't know if the Holocaust is a genocide?
I would say it is. Yes. I would
What
say
is
You do know.
going
So
on?
you do know. So you do know.
yes to my own
Then
understanding.
why did you just say that
Then
you
why is
don't
he
know?
saying
That's
this?
not what I
What is
said.
this
You
guy
are
doing?
Is this guy gaslighting us? I'm so confused.
This
dude.
could be
Like,
this could be a Nazi gaslighting us.
No, see, that's what it is. You have no respect for people, Dean
This
or
very
Parker.
this very well
it's
could
not
be a
us not
Nazi
having
gaslighting
respect. You
us.
literally said that.
No,
I have this
you
on
are
recording.
taking words and you are twisting them so you
No,
can
we're
get
not.
the thing to
We're
say-
not twisting
No,
anything.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes,
What
you
did I
are.
twist? What did I twist?
You are taking a word, a one sentence that I said
What word,
about
what sentence did
watching
I take out of
a
context?
History Channel documentary and then describing the word genocide in the dictionary in terms of like a certain number of people or something. And when you asked me, would I consider the Holocaust genocide? I then said yes, and then you kept pressuring like, are you just? And I said I don't know. I was saying it in the context of I personally believe, as well as 100% of the rest of the population of the world believe it and stuff. But I don't know off the top of my head of what the actual physical Wikipedia dictionary definition of the word genocide stands for. I would say it's
Okay. But you did say that I don't know, right? You did say that, right?
Would you rather me act pompous and give you an answer without thought? I don't know
I'm
the
confused
actual.
how this guy's responding to me.
Wait.
Is he answering my questions?
Real quick, am I sitting on a chair?
Yes. Oh, I can't tell actually because I'm watching on TikTok. I don't know if it's a stool or a chair, and also the chat is blurring it. I think it's a chair. Yeah.
What's a chair? Define chair.
Tell me. I would say.
Oh,
I would say
so how fucking come you could say with conviction that I'm sitting on a chair, even though you don't know the textbook definition of a chair, but you
Did I
can't say with
say-
conviction that the Holocaust was a genocide.
Okay, can I give the textbook definition of what a chair is? No, I can give you my objective looking at a chair. It's a physical thing that you can sit your behind in and do work on.
Just like I
don't
can
know-
look at the systemic execution of 12 million people and call it a genocide.
That's what I exactly said. That's why I said it's an abomination to humanity. It's a terrible thing that happened, and it should never happen again in human history.
So then why did you
Millions
say
of
that you don't
millions of
know if
Jews
it's a
suffered
genocide?
persecution.
You literally
and
said that
degradation.
according to some, it's not, and you don't know.
That's not what I said.
It
You are
is.
cheating.
Those
No,
are
it's
two
not.
statements that have
No,
come
it's
out of
not.
your mouth.
Okay,
No,
Corinthian.
No, you guys are
Hold
pricks,
up,
honestly.
Corinthian.
You
No,
take
I
one
just
person's
want you to
word.
listen. We're not taking you out of context. I
No,
want
you
to,
are. You are. You're
listen,
trying to get
listen.
the clips, and you
Hey,
know what?
listen, I'm not trying to get any clips. I'm not trying to get any clips right now. I'm serious. I want you to go back into my live right now because these lives right are on YouTube, and I want you to watch back the conversation that we had together, right?
Sure.
And I want you to like just to see what you said because
Can we do it
I
without
don't
any
think I don't
interruptions
think
from
that
both
we are misrepresenting what you said at all. I
Can
think
we
that's
watch
what
the
you.
clip in full context with no interruptions from both sides?
I'm telling you, you can go do that later because clearly every
Okay,
one of
you
us
said we can't
already
see the-
experienced this.
I'm not saying the entire clip. I'm saying from the moment we start talking about the Holocaust and if it being a genocide, can we watch from the very beginning of that point?
Yeah, go watch it yourself.
Kinshi,
Okay,
thank you so
exactly,
much for the
exactly,
$5
okay.
over on Venmo for the HD quality.
No,
Yeah,
it-
guys,
no.
how do you
we
feel
already
about?
experienced
Can
it.
we debate
You
on
guys
an
like
actual
that
topic?
stream?
Because I'm
You guys
tired of
like
having
the
to
stream? I
explain
like it.
myself.
I like it.
Can we actually debate on a topic
Yeah, we
rather
can.
than arguing
Yeah.
definitions in the
Yeah,
dictionary?
Corinthian. Yeah. Can you name me 2 economic policies that Donald Trump influenced get passed that you like?
Economic? No, not off the top of my head. I can give you other policies.
Okay. Can you name any other policies that Donald Trump influenced to get passed that you like?
In his previous term or in his current term that he's trying to get passed through?
Either or.
Okay, I will give you the current ones. I would probably say, off the top of my head, I would say maybe like the whole declaring and I'm not saying this in a smart way, like in like a smart snarky way. I would say probably declaring a national emergency at the southern border of the United States when he signed the executive order. Basically closing up the border and strengthening it up and giving power back to our border security.
Okay, that's not 2 policies. And also,
I
what particular
was saying one-
executive
I
order
was
are you
saying one.
referencing?
No, I was saying one, and I was going to let you respond to that, say yes or no or whatever, and I was going to give you the next one.
What executive order is that?
I believe I'll have to look that up. Hold on. He signed that, I believe, on the 20th. I think the 20th of January. I believe it was like it was like the first day he was in office. Let me see.
And that was.
I did write a note down on my pad because I did some research ahead of time just to make sure I knew the exact definition and term. I would say the whole, I would say Doge. I mean, I don't know if that's an exact. He established that department, and he also had the ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs and preferencing, I believe it is, and he signed that on also January 20th. And
You're
I
reading
would
it off
say
of Google. I could tell.
no, I haven't. I'm not reading off Google. I have a notepad in front of me that I wrote down notes earlier.
Oh, based. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you like you said, you guys have like a lot of experience, and you have a lot of stuff in your brain. I don't have everything
Yeah,
in my
no,
brain.
W nuts.
So I would just say that, and also I would say when you were talking about Ukraine earlier, I was going to say our foreign policy that we're doing right now. Zelensky has announced that he's going to return to the White House and he's ready to negotiate peace, and I think that that's a big thing. Politics aside, I think that the war in Ukraine needs to end, and I think that I think Ukraine needs to come out, with their country still intact, and I think that we need to, get our money and our soldiers out of Ukraine. And
That's not going to happen under Trump.
how do you know that? Because it's happening. Zelensky's returning to the White House in the next 2 days or so to negotiate
The
peace.
peace deal won't leave Ukraine intact
How do you know that?
because it's going to give Ukrainian land to Russia. Because
that
Russia's not made any concessions.
Is that based off? And I'm not again. I'm not trying.
Yeah,
I'm not saying.
yeah. Tell me one concession that Russia's made.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. How do you know? I'm asking. How do you know?
Because there aren't any. From all of Trump's meetings and public conversations with Putin, Russia's
We've
made
not
zero
seen their
concessions.
private meetings. We've not seen their private meetings.
Okay, well, yeah, but we have no evidence that they've made concessions in their private meetings.
Well, a deal can't be done. A deal can't be done when, for lack of a better term, when the cards are on the table for everyone to see. You need to actually be able to, if you want to actually.
Wait, so then why would Zelensky be going back to the Oval Office? Weren't you just arguing that a deal would be done in the Oval Office for all to see?
Yes, but he's realized that he needs the United States help to get this
But
deal
you just
done.
told
He
me that a
can't
deal
get-
can't be done for all to see.
No, that's no. What I'm saying to you
That is
is
literally
the
word for
exact
word what
terms.
you
The
said.
exact terms. Do you think Zelensky would give up his exact terms for what he needs to both Putin and Trump before he lays them out in a private setting and they disagree and they agree on certain
Yeah,
things?
they've already done both.
They've done both, but they haven't signed anything. And I guarantee you that I think Zelensky's going to want some sort of protection, whether that's NATO, and that may or may not get
That
rejected.
he's already said that's NATO.
Okay, again, I'm not, I don't know every single thing on the internet, but I'm saying that I would say that the fact that we're already seeing the possibility of this war ending, hopefully very soon, is a big follow through with one of his promises. Whether or not you like Trump or whatever, I think that the wars that's going on in Israel and Gaza and Ukraine and Russia, and as quote him, the dying needs to stop. People need to stop, dying over these
Yeah,
proxy
but
wars.
you don't stop people dying on the Gaza Strip by forcing them off of the Gaza Strip.
Well,
That's not an effective way to stop
just,
people from dying.
just to be
That's
clear,
not
Stop
a
the people
moral
killing
way
them.
of
Just
stop
to-
people from dying.
just to be clear, I do not know, and I'm again, like I said with the other comment, I do not know enough about the whole moving them, to Jordan and Egypt and all that stuff. I've heard that,
Okay, well, it took me 30 seconds to learn all I need to know to determine that it's immoral because it violates the
let
right
me
to
finish
self-determination
saying?
in the
Have you
forceful
seen
expulsion of
Gaza?
people from one
Have you
area to
seen
another group of
Gaza?
people.
Have you seen Gaza? It
Yeah, I've
looks
seen
like
pictures.
Hiroshima. It looks like Hiroshima.
Oh, so
it
let me
looks like
guess. Trump is
Nagasaki.
doing something good by ethnically cleansing them. That was
Wait,
the
so
most
then why
popular
not give them a
argument.
right to? So why
Building
not?
up
So why
building
not
up
give
the-
Palestinians a right to return to the land after you rebuild it?
To be honest with you, I wish he would do that. I
He
wish
said
he
he
would do
does.
that.
He said he doesn't support a right to return for Palestinians.
Okay, that's something we disagree on then. I'm not,
That's a pretty fucking big disagreement.
it depends
That's
on.
ethnic cleansing.
And then
That's not
also,
ethnic cleansing. Ethnic
That is
cleansing.
by
oh,
definition
oh,
ethnic
hey,
cleansing.
hey,
Ethnic
hey there,
cleansing
bud. What's
is
ethnic
that
cleansing? Tell us.
What?
Tell us
Off
what
the top
ethnic
of my
cleansing
head.
is.
Based off the two words being put together, I would assume that's wiping out a race because of, I would say probably wiping out a race based off, their race, I guess I would say.
So
I don't know.
it's a forceful expulsion or removal of an unwanted ethnic or religious group from society. That is the definition per Oxford Language. Donald Trump's plan for Gaza's ethnic cleansing is he wants to forcefully remove the ethnic group of Palestinians away from the Gaza Strip to elsewhere, meaning that it fulfills all criteria under the classical definition and any other definition provided. Denying that Trump's plan is ethnic cleansing is like denying that a square has four sides.
So wait, is Israel trying to ethnic cleanse the Palestinians?
Yes, and so is Trump.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, okay?
And also, actually, I guess Israel isn't trying to ethnically cleanse Palestinians. They are ethnically cleansing the Palestinians.
I'm asking this question. I'm not saying this in a snarky way. Who owns the actual Gaza Strip? I actually have never gotten this answered in like a clear, laid out manner because it goes back and forth like that agreement from like the early 2000s.
Corinthian, the people that live there.
What are they a part of the Israel like society? Like, are they part of like God?
Palestinians that live there, that have lived there.
And then
I
also,
honestly
like
do-
the
I do not know.
the Gaza Strip isn't real estate, bro. Like, okay, let's
never said
assume.
it. Well, it was- they were putting up for sale
I
signs
just want to
back during the Biden
I just want to
administration.
demonstrate something to you real quick. Let's assume that Israel owns the Gaza Strip. If Donald Trump forcefully removed all Palestinians living on it, that'd still be ethnic cleansing and would not change a single moral implication. You understand that, right?
I have a question. Evacuating, and again, the returning process. I do not agree with him on if he's not going to allow them return at all.
Can you
okay?
acknowledge what I just said, please?
Can you repeat what you just said, just real quick, just to make sure
He didn't listen.
I did listen. I didn't hear what you said.
That was a contradiction. You're funny. You're funny
No,
as
I'm
fuck.
s- I
Sometimes
didn't- I'm
people
trying to
just
feel like I don't
be talking
understand.
so
I
fast.
can't
that they
do
just
it,
don't
dude.
even know
My
what they're
brain
saying.
just doesn't function sometimes. Like it's just like,
You
am
guys
I
just
supposed to
disrespect me,
genuinely
honestly.
engage
I'm
with
not-
you?
You guys
No.
act like, oh, when I'm listening to you, I'm losing brain cells. I'm a human being, and so are you. You should treat me with the same level of respect I'm trying to treat you.
Are you
Fun
are
of
you treating me with respect when you say that I say that you're not listening and you say I heard it, I didn't hear it, but I am
trying to
listening.
say I
Also-
didn't understand with what you were trying to ask me. That's
I'm
what I
a
was
human
trying to.
being, so are you. You should treat me with respect the same way I do to you. That was a rhyme, bro. That was a bar. We got Matty B Raps up in this bitch, man. Some crazy
Dude,
shit.
That is such a
are you doing?
throwback team. You did not just. Does Dean kind of look like Matty B? Raps?
I don't know who Matt
No,
is.
no, I don't. I don't look like Matty B. All right.
I'm getting some of those vibes.
Anyways,
Dude,
so
I'm just trying to talk
I
to you.
I can repeat what I said. Don't worry, man.
Okay.
So, assuming a falsehood, that
Mm-hmm.
the falsehood being that Israel owns the Gaza Strip, this wouldn't change that Donald Trump's plan to have forcefully expelled Palestinians is ethnic cleansing, nor would it make it go from immoral to moral. It'd still be immoral.
Okay, I do got a question.
I don't want to question it. I just want an acknowledgement that I'm right.
If it's Israel's land and these people have been attacking back towards Israel, would that not give Israel a valid reason to not want the people who are attacking Israel to be expelled from the country?
Yeah, babies and children and women attacking.
I'm not
Israel.
talking about them. They should be allowed to return. But the guys who have the
babies and
babies
children
and the
and
mothers
women
in
attacking
the
Israel.
hospitals above them.
Oh, wait. Did you
No,
just say that you're
no.
not talking about them? Well, Trump is, bitch. All right.
I never said that. I never said
yeah,
Trump's not talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
them.
It's a harsh fucking reality.
You let a
All
person
right.
finish their
Now
story.
recognize that Donald Trump's plan is ethnic cleansing.
What? Say what you said.
You heard what I said. Okay.
No.
Right. So you
No,
were
if
like,
it's Israel's
oh, well,
land,
I bet
people are
Israel. I bet
attacking them.
Israel will have a right to do it if all of those Palestinian people are just very evil and trying to kill the Israeli people. Then I was like,
didn't say
how
all
could
Palestinians are evil.
babies, children, how could these individuals be evil, wanting to kill Israelis? And then you're like, well, I'm not talking about them. Then I was like, well,
No,
Trump
I'm not-
is,
no,
bitch,
what I'm
right?
saying
So,
is-
like,
what I
is
am
Donald
saying
Trump's
is-
plan ethnic cleansing?
It's not ethnic cleansing. No, it's not. I would say no. It's not
because like you think like the amputated children are Hamas?
no. I
So
do
then
not
what the
think
hell are
that.
you
Let
saying
a person
about the
fucking
people
finish their
living
response,
on the
dude.
Gaza
Seriously.
Strip trying to kill
Dude,
all
Let a
Israelis?
person finish their response. If you want an actual freaking real response, let a person talk instead of being a little bitch and interrupting people. Seriously. I don't understand this, man. I really don't. I'm trying to give you an actual response, and you just all you do is you get that big angry face on your face, and you just talk down towards people. And again, I do not know all the policies going back to the 2000s, and even before that, of if it's Israel's land, if it's Gaza lands. I'm ignorant to that, and I will say that. But if it was Israel's land and people are attacking Israel, I would say they are justified to have those people expelled, not the people who are not attacking. The fact that and I think that the fact that Hamas has had their places built underneath places where they have children and women is so freaking stupid. It's so wrong and so evil. Women and children and innocent people should not, on both sides, should not have to suffer during this war.
The reason that you're getting mad is because I just keep on telling you that Donald Trump wants to remove all innocent people from the Gaza Strip, and then I ask you if that's
I've
ethnic
never
cleansing.
seen that. I've never seen that. I've never heard him say that.
Oh,
If you
I'm so sorry. Is he just gonna have to remove Hamas to build his Riviera? Or the innocent
You
people are
do understand that Trump does troll. I would prefer if he didn't troll, but you do know that Trump does troll, right?
Corinthian, do you
You
agree?
trolled this entire thing.
Do you agree saying that Palestinians should not have a right to return is ethnic cleansing?
In a broad definition, saying the word Palestinians, sure, you could go that route.
Did you know that Donald Trump in an interview said that Palestinians should not have the right to return?
Can you point me to the link of when he said that?
Yes, it was a Fox News interview with Brett Barr.
Okay, I will look that up after we talk. But just for the record, context does matter. If I say I love baseball, I'm giving a very broad definition. What team do you like? What league do you like? You have to actually have more than just one word. That's why when you ask me questions and I say I don't know, and then when you ask me do I know any economic policies, I said off the top of my head, no, I do not. Words matter, and in the way that they're said, matter a lot. And I just think that
Jason, thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal, saying you taking philosophy really gives you an edge. Keep cooking. I appreciate that, Jason. Well, I actually got into these debates via philosophy. I've only been debating politics for a little under a year now, but I've been doing like philosophical debate for 4-5 years. I've been, on and off. So.
Yo, Shannon with $150 on PayPal. Thank you so much, Shannon. Thank you so much. I appreciated it. To keep it up with the fucking donos to beat Dean. Yo, thank you. I really appreciate it. Hashtag Parker for president. Yo, can we get some W's for Shannon in the comment section right now?
Shannon,
thank you so much. Yo, W. I appreciate it, Shannon.
You're a D1 hater, quite frankly. You're a D1 hater, quite frankly.
W the
Everybody.
W
Shannon,
to Shannon.
Shannon has just been like randomly jumping in here, being like, "Big Dean, yeah, fuck Dean, fuck you."
W Shannon. W Shannon and Shannon's 3-year-old. Yeah, W.
Can I, is there any other donations or chats or whatever it is?
Oh yeah, I could say thank you to other people. Don't
Well,
worry. Sarah, thank you so much for the $5. Riley, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you. April, thank you for the $3. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Dude, I was trying. Just for the record, I wasn't saying that be a jerk. I was saying that so that you obviously have a business to run and you have you have a thing that you gotta do. That's why I was quiet and that's why I didn't interrupt. And I was only asking because there was a space between. You didn't have to.
Yeah. No, I was in. I wasn't mad or anything. I was just. I was
Matt,
gonna.
you know what you're doing though. You know what you're doing. You're doing that little thing where you like it's like like you're trying to it's whatever.
You said that I could do it, and I just went and did it because you said I could do it.
I was asking if the chats were done or if there was any other ones, but then you're like, yeah, I can go do more. But it's whatever.
Yeah. You asked if there was more, and I was like, yeah, I could do more.
Okay, whatever, Parker. Anyway,
thank you so much for the galaxy. I appreciate you so much for the love. It's very kind of you. I'd also like to thank Jason. Thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal.
By the way,
Sarah with the $5 on PayPal. Alana with the $5 on PayPal as well. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, everybody. Thank you.
For the record, but just to let you know, I have been receiving people sending me like direct messages on here, calling me a Nazi. So thanks for that. But it's like it's that kind of crap. It's like I try to be respect you in good faith. I only got
thank you for the $5 on Venmo.
It's
I
nothing.
appreciate you for the love. And Jessica with the $5.
You just interrupt people. You interrupt people, dude. I'm trying to talk to you and be
So,
real.
You're right. I am interrupting you, and quite frankly, man.
Quite frankly, be a man. Quite frankly, be a man.
Yeah, Sid, thank you for the $15. Thank you so much for just to annoy him. Thank you so much, Sid.
How do you like it when somebody interrupts you?
Quite frankly, be a man. Wait, I thought that you thought a man was an adult human male.
It is.
So I am.
Oh, okay.
Man.
So am I a man?
If you're a biological man, yeah, sure.
How do you know?
So what did you mean be a man?
Wait, actually, can I ask him? Can I ask him this question? How do you know that I'm a man?
I'm not doing the transgender debate with you guys.
No, I'm just asking you how you know that I'm a man.
It's honestly kind of hard to even tell at this point, but
Okay. It is? Okay, well, how do you know?
I'm gonna roll the dice and hopefully I'm not incorrect, but I would
You're just gonna roll the dice, so that's all you're doing, you're just rolling the dice.
Because I don't want to have a, as Dean, I thought he said earlier.
Okay, thank you for the $10 to interrupt the guest. Thank you.
Jessica, thank you so much for like the $10 on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love, Jessica. I'm not gonna lie. So for everybody watching, you're seeing like a very unique Dean experience. So like right now is a point where I have a guest, screaming, angry and mad, pissed and shit their diaper, whatever the hell. But we have these guests a lot. But the interesting thing about me right now is that I literally couldn't give a single fuck. I could not give a shit about any of the words coming out of this guy's mouth.
Exactly. You don't respect anybody.
It is just phenomenal. Like I'm at motherfucking Zen right now, and this is a new experience for me. Okay, because usually you little shits get under my skin a little bit.
You call
but
people
right
little
now,
shits. You don't expect them to be jerks
chilling.
to you. You literally are digging yourself in the whole part, Dean. If you want respect, give respect. You try to attack people with clickbait. Are you a Nazi? And then you're like, why are they mad all of a sudden? Why are they raging? You literally, we are human beings on a freaking video chat. You have a massive following. I don't.
TW, thank you for the $10. Thank you so
People
much.
are like, why do you have only 9 followers? I don't even use TikTok.
Why are you crying so much? Dude, this is
seriously like why do you care about some random person in the comment section saying you have 9 followers?
No, I'm trying to clarify for the. I keep getting people sending me, "Are you a Nazi?" in my direct messages.
Okay, I'm gonna give you word of
advice. I'm sorry. Hey, everyone in the chat. I'm just gonna tell everyone: do not send Corinthians.
Okay, no.
Do not do that.
Dude,
I'm serious. I'm actually being genuinely serious. I'm not joking. I'm being genuinely serious.
The way that you said that was so unserious.
Come on, no. Come on, you fucked me up. I was actually saying it. I was literally trying to say it. I'm not even joking. I'm just like, do not send him that. Now you're making me laugh.
Do you not understand though that you guys have a massive following?
No,
I was trying.
Parker was genuinely trying, and we actually do disagree. Condemn the bombarding of messages to guests, including
I
yourself.
don't even use TikTok. I don't even use TikTok. I only got on here because a buddy sent me a video of you guys talking. And here's the thing: I have seen a video of you guys before, and I watched the entire live stream. I may disagree with you, but I still want to hear your points and what you have to say. But when I get on here, you just throw.
I'm just over the complaining. I just want to debate, man.
Then let's debate. Let's debate.
Yo, Melanie, thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Melanie. I really appreciate the $50. Thank you so much to Kickem. Thank you so much, Kiara. Thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate Jocelyn. Thank you for the $1. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Mental gymnastics. Thank you so much. I appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. They said like if you think the color is a Nazi. That's crazy. Hazel, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Oh
And
my
they also
God.
and also Kiara asked me to ask you if you think that the people, the indigenous people of North America, were ethnically cleansed.
I would say so,
Genocided.
yes. I would say
Okay.
so, yes.
Jason, holy shit, dude, Jason, with a $100 donation over on PayPal.
Oh,
I would see
Jason
at
and
least
Jafer with $100 as
W's
well.
for Jason in
Yo.
that chat. Jason says
Jason
for
and Jafer.
literally cooking every MAGA. It's true they're scared to debate you.
I'm not scared. I'm
Quite
ready.
frankly, Jason K and yo, it's Jur. Don't
Yo,
read.
Jason and Jafer.
No, they put the don't read at the last.
Dude, I accidentally that happens to me sometimes. They didn't say that to me, but yeah, thank you so much. Can we get some W's for Jason and Jafer? Thank you so much.
Oh, you actually put the don't read before the part. I got you.
Okay, you're good. You're good. You're good. It was
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah, no, it
I have a
was.
question for
Good.
you.
I'm happy when people put it before, because if they put it after, then I feel so terrible, because I always read the message and then see it after. I'm like,
I know.
ah.
I know every time.
I do have a question, Dean, and this is not me, being a jerk or whatever. I'm just asking. I was having a little sort of disagreement with somebody I work with.
Yeah.
You're talking about if objective morality exists versus if an objective morality does not exist. I said I think objective morality exists, and one of the actual examples I used was the Holocaust. What's it called? The Holocaust. And he's actually
Everybody thinks the Holocaust is wrong, therefore it must be objectively wrong. So a couple thoughts on that.
Yes.
First of all, I'm personally a moral subjectivist. Second of all, you're making like a pretty common mistake, I'd say. Like a lot of people do this. They kind of like assume like just because everybody like most people may agree on the consensus of morality, that means that it must be objectively true. Well, I don't think that does mean that it's objectively true. Can we agree that like beauty standards are subjective?
I think that it's kind of both ways. I think there is like a generic objective, like healthy and all that stuff. But I would say subjective. Yes, I'd say subjective exists more so in the objective sense. I would say.
Well, I think
Depending on
that
people's
I
tastes.
think like in a an objective beauty standard is nonsense. Like I think
No,
that a beauty standard is going to be up
I'm
to
not
like,
saying- maybe I used the wrong.
to your preferences, right? Like it's going to be subjective.
Well, can we not
beauty
say a physically fit and well fed man with like not eating like so much processed sugar?
I like how you didn't describe Donald Trump.
What?
Yeah, are you saying that
Why are we making this about Trump? I'm trying to have I'm trying to have a conversation about why does it always got to go back to Trump? Seriously.
Because Parker made a funny point. But listen, okay, I don't.
Yeah, sure.
I was hoping that
Donald
we'd be able
Trump
to
could be
agree
like
that
RFK,
beauty
where he's-
standards are subjective. Like, why can't we agree on that? Like, everybody has a different preference.
No, everybody has a different preference. I would say, maybe beauty is the wrong word. I'm just saying though that I would say that the mass amount of people, and maybe there's probably studies out there that would say a physically fit man and woman who are perfectly fit.
It's time that we first need to understand what objectivity and what subjectivity is. So
Isn't objective based on fact?
objectivity means like this is going to be true or false, unrelated to any object, to any person, to any stance, right? It's not conditional, okay? Right? Subjectivity means that it's subject of a person, a conscious experience, a stance. It is conditional upon something else. Okay.
But can we not say that beauty is such a crazy
Like-
concept that it can be in both?
But like beauty standards are all subjective because they're all conditional on our mental states, our attitudes, our preferences, and our desires, right?
Sure,
Like,
sure.
Like in the same way it's subjective if ice cream tastes good because it's all up to our mental states, our desires, and our attitudes. It's subjective if, like who I think is pretty and who I don't think is pretty because it's, it's subject to my preferences, my standards, my desires, etc., right?
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
So beauty standards are subjective, right?
I would say on the whole, yes. I think, like I said, I think again health, and I think
There's not an objective arbiter that a fit, healthy man is attractive, that's gibberish.
That's not gibberish. That's based in most things.
Wait,
I mean,
so you're saying that if humans never, ever existed, right? The Earth was never formed. That a fit, healthy male body is attractive? That doesn't make any sense.
compared to other people, yes. If we're talking about a beauty
Wait. There's no people. There's no people. If people never existed, if the Earth never existed,
situation,
if evolution
no, in
never
that
occurred,
situation-
so then it's not objectively true because you're saying that at the bare minimum, right, a fit, healthy male body is subject to humans existing. Okay,
Why
that
do
means
women-
that's a
why-
subjective truth. That's not an objective truth. So when you're saying that that's objectively true, you're just confusing what objectivity is. Okay, so before I even have this,
hold on.
no. I'm ending this conversation with you now because you don't know what
I
objectivity.
think what they mean by
Let me finish
objective.
my-
I think what they mean by objective is just a descriptive statement.
Yeah. I'm ending this conversation with you now because you don't know what objectivity and subjectivity
You gotta blabber
is.
on, and you won't let a person say their point.
Bro,
That's fine.
I went to school
No,
for this.
wait.
I'm literally trying to educate you, and you're just like,
You went to school for this, but you won't let a person. If you want to change someone's mind, why can you not let the person tell them their reasoning and then you rebuttal it? That makes sense.
You can
We
tell me your reasoning
do
after I
if you
finish.
say something that makes sense.
I would say if you compare, if you, I would say you need a mass group, a species of a thing to determine an objective truth on something. That being said, one man in your sanctuary, no other human beings. No, you can't really have an objective thing.
I feel like Dean's got it in the live.
Yeah, like this is crazy. So okay,
Bro, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much.
One last
bro.
time, I'm
don't ever let a
genuinely,
person finish their
I'm
points.
genuinely trying to educate you here. I'm not even trying to. I don't have malice. I don't have hate. I'm genuinely trying to educate you here. If something is objectively true, it means it's true independent of all else. Okay? An example of an objective truth is 2 + 2 is 4. Okay? If you were to change like any fact of reality, 2 + 2 would still be 4. Right? Because the laws of mathematics, right, are objective. Okay? Same thing with the laws of logic. It's objectively true that a contradiction cannot be true. It's objectively true that contradictions are always false. Okay? Because if you were to change any other fact of reality, contradictions will still be false because they're independent of all else. All right?
Okay.
And if something is dependent, it means that it's true based upon another fact, kind of, if that makes sense. So when I say, are beauty standards subjective? I'm basically asking you, is it the case that beauty standards are true independent of all else? And the answer to that question is no, because beauty standards are going to be dependent upon our subjective interpretations of the world around us. Beauty standards are going to be dependent on our preferences. They're going to be dependent on our standards. They're going to be dependent upon our mental attitudes and what we think looks appeasing and what we don't think looks appeasing. So, do we now understand how beauty standards are subjective?
I would say on the grand scheme of things, yes. I would say yes, but I still think there is an underlying thing. But I want to go into that. I was going to go into
What's the underlying objectivity?
I've already kind of tried to explain it where I think health and I think physical fitness is a big part of it.
Okay, but you're saying that health and physical fitness may play into many individuals' subjective beauty standards. That doesn't mean it's objective.
You know what? I will give you this. I will give you that. That is correct. You are correct. You are right. I was wrong on that. And could we though? The one thing I was talking to the guy that I work with, he was saying that there's no way that the Holocaust could be objectively wrong. And I said, well, and I said, what's your reasoning for that? And then he basically said to me, he thinks that objective morality doesn't exist, and he thinks like what you're saying, it's based off subjectivity and like on certain topics and everything. And I was saying to him, why do you feel this way? And he says, well, society is built up with values based off how we feel and how we view the laws of the world should work or whatever and stuff. And I said to him, okay, but whether it's the Mayans sacrificing younglings, I should say, I don't know if I can use kids or whatever on here, but younger people and stuff, or you're Hitler doing a mass extinction of an innocent group of people, or whatever it may be, just because a psychopath or a murderer likes to murder and he likes killing, that doesn't mean it's correct. Could we not agree on that?
Okay, so we're getting
Yeah,
deep.
because correct is indexed to ourselves if we're talking about
Yeah.
in the subjective sense.
Yeah, we're
But
kind of getting deep in meta ethics, but so the way to answer your question is under a subjectivist worldview. Okay.
What's
Uh,
They just left.